What's up guys? So today we are going to do a plank series. So we're going to do forward planks, side planks and back planks, and then we're going to add some fun moves into it as well, but always make sure that you do it at your level. So I'll show you some modifications as well. I was actually inspired by one of my friends where she said, you know, if I don't have time to exercise, I'm just going to make sure I do a 1 minute plank. So I'm just going to give you some fun variations. And yeah, just enjoy it, work with your body. And just remember, one thing I always say, especially in my Pilates classes, is that our mind gives up before our body does. So your mind's going to tell you, oh, no, I can't hold this plank anymore, I need to go down. So every time it does that, try and hold for another 5 seconds or something like that, and just see how far you can push past your comfort zone. Obviously, you don't want to hurt yourself, but you want to keep growing and keep getting stronger. And the only way we do that is by slowly moving past our comfort zone. So I hope you enjoy these. Join in with me or save the video for later and do it a bit later. The fun thing about planks is you can do them anywhere. You don't need any equipment. I don't use a mat. If you have a yoga mat, you can use a yoga mat. I wouldn't suggest any mats that slip on the floor or stretch. You do get some mats that are a bit thicker and they kind of stretch with you as you're doing the planks and you kind of lose your balance. Also, I suggest if you do have a mat, make sure you're on your mat when you're doing the plank, so with your hands and with your feet. You don't want to be on the mat with your hands and then off the mat with your feet, because then the mat starts sliding underneath you, especially if it doesn't stick to the floor. Okay, so let's start. If you need to warm up, do my warm up video, do the roll-ups and all of that. Otherwise, yes, let's just get started. So I want you to start in all fours. So we're going to start with our front plank. Start in all fours, and before you even go anywhere, I want you to check your wrists, your elbows and your shoulders are in a line. And then I want you to check, especially if you're hypermobile, that you're not turning your elbows back, because then you're going to lose that stability in your torso. I'm going to move it a little bit this way. Then I want you to check that you're long from the top of your head to your tailbone. So if you look at it in an easy version, this can be a plank on its own, except you're not holding yourself up. So you want to think of your torso as being strong before you even go into your plank. So check your shoulders are above your wrists, elbows are facing out, fingertips are long and fingers are wide. Push into the floor with your hands, but lift up out of your wrists. So you've got that co-contraction in your arms. So you're lifting and making space for your wrists. Okay, lengthen through the top of the head. Before you even move, pull that belly button in towards your spine. We're going to take one leg out, tuck the toes, place the foot down on the floor. And then without even moving, without moving the pelvis, should I say. So holding as stable as possible, pull that belly button in, take the other leg out. Pull those kneecaps up from the quads. Check in with your shoulders that they're sliding down your back. Lengthen from the top of your head to the heels of your feet and hold. So you want to be careful you're not here, and I'm exaggerating. So careful you're not hanging into your shoulders, because then that's not a plank, you're just losing it completely. And check you're not up here and pushing your shoulders back and bum up. Okay, so you want to find that long line. If you need to be in front of a mirror, check in front of a mirror. Lengthen from the top of the head. And then what I want you to think about is almost pulling your belly button up towards your spine. So if you were to think about making a rainbow and rounding into the spine, but you want to not actually move, so those abdominals are connected, I want you to feel the lower abdominals connect. Okay, so we're going to hold here and you're going to breathe. And just remember, your mind's going to say, I can't hold it anymore. Let me down. Hold it 5 more seconds. Try. You can also, if you want an easier version, here's your modification, shoulders away. You can kind of be here on your knees. You can be here as well. So like if you were doing a ladies push-up or an easier version push-up, I even want to look at it. Lengthen through, pull belly button towards the spine. So if that's where you are, that's where you are. Okay, but it's still a plank. Look what happens. It's up, it's literally there. It's not here. So lengthen through, hold it, shoulders away. If you need to come down, push back, come back up. Another variation you can do is on your forearms. So if you struggle with your wrists, you can come onto your forearms and just check your elbows underneath your shoulders. Okay, so you've got that balance, that long, shoulders away, belly button up towards your spine. Okay. So that's your standard front plank. I'm going to show you standard side plank, standard back plank, and then we're going to add some movements into it. Okay, so from there, let's do a side plank. Same thing, you can do this one on your hand or on your forearm. So if you have problems with your wrist, I'll show you the forearm one as well. You still want this to be stacked. So you want your shoulder to be stacked above your elbow and elbow above your wrist. And then also I want you to check in that your shoulder's not coming up towards your ear. So you want to slide the shoulder down, and you're pulling that down from your lat. So feel like you're pulling your shoulder into your underarm and connecting down the side of the back here. So you've got that connection. From there, we're going to lift up into your side flip. So check in with your elbow as well, that it's not turning that way. You want your elbow to face backwards. You're lifting up, and I want you to start feeling this underneath oblique. So you feel like you're making a rainbow, even though you're not actually rounding into your side. An easier version from there is dropping the knee down. You still got a diagonal line from the top of your head to your knee, but it's just slightly easier. You can also bring the top leg in front and hold here. Lengthen. Okay, so you've got those variations. Hold. Keep lifting. You want to feel this connect. Okay, obviously on your forearm is here. Lift up. Check that your hips are facing forward, not sideways. You can also do it there, lifting up, making sure you're connecting into that underside. Otherwise there, I don't like this one so much, but if it works for you, you can do it. Okay, obviously other side as well. Same thing. One side's going to be easier or harder than the other side. Just check in. It's a good way to find your imbalances in your body and which side is stronger and weaker than the other. Okay, so checking in. Check that shoulder's not in your ear. Pull belly button towards the spine. Connect. Pull belly button in. I'm sliding on the floor. Shoulders down. Belly button in. So shoulders pulled away from the ears, should I say. Connect into those lats. Elbow facing back and not in, because otherwise you're losing that shoulder stability. Lift the hips, connect into here, and then you can also be there or there. And if you are, let's see if I can do this, super strong, you can add the leg. Yeah! And then I'll fall over. Trying to look at you. Okay, from there, back plank, got two variations, which is coming up into your tabletop. So fingertips facing your bum, shoulders down and away from your ears, pull the belly button in, and you're going to lift up into a tabletop. So you're squeezing bum towards hips, should I say, and hips up, shoulders down, and you're looking at the corner of the room. So it's not the yoga one where we're looking back, we're looking forward at the cornices and lift bum up. Fingertips facing towards your heels, shoulders out of ears, lifting and breathing. Keep squeezing bum up. So careful this doesn't happen, because then you're going to lose your plank. Okay, and from there, the slightly harder one, the full plank, is up here. So same thing, you want to lift up, squeeze bum cheeks, connect into the back, lift, pull belly button in, looking at the corners of the room, and then as we come down. Okay, so those are your basic movements, and then you can start adding and having fun with it. So you can hold a plank for a minute, 3 minutes, whatever it may be, but sometimes we kind of lose the connections and we kind of slack into the movement, or into the non-movement, should I say. So we fall, let go of our abs, and we still think we're holding ourselves up. So just keep, if you're holding a plank for a long time, just keep checking in with those connections of pulling belly button up, shoulders down, all the little muscles, because it's an isometric exercise, so your muscles aren't moving, but they're working to hold you up. Just keep checking in. So don't kind of, oh, I'm just holding it here, I can hold it here forever. Keep checking in with those muscles. Keep using your breath to help you. So inhale, sideways to the ribs. Exhale, deepen those connections, ribs together, belly button to spine, narrowing into the hips, lifting pelvic floor up. And just make it a mindful exercise. Don't just say, oh, I wish this was over. Make it a mindful exercise. See where you can strengthen. See where you can put your mind, your body to make it connect a little bit more. Okay, now that I'm done with my rambling, we're going to add some legs into the front plank and all of that stuff. Okay, so let's go back. onto all fours. Shoulders above wrists, lifting up, pushing away, belly button towards the spine, lengthen through the top of the head. One leg out, find that strong leg, strong pelvis, pull belly button in. You're in your plank before you even take this second leg out. And then we come, we hold. So find it first. And if this is where you are, this is where you stay. Don't try and add things in if you're not there yet. Lengthen through. We're going to hover the right foot off the mat. And we're going to long and lift. So what this is you still need to keep your plank still. So watch out you're not lifting like so. Okay, you want to long and lift the leg, keeping the torso stable, lengthening from the top of the head. Careful we're not looking down. You want to lengthen through that spine. Do about 10, I don't know how many I've done. Find your plank again. Change legs, left leg, long, shoulders down. Lengthen and lift. And 2, keep pulling belly button in. Keeping your weight even between both hands. 4. Long and lift. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Place it down. Soften the knees. Under the toes. Push back, quick rest position. If you're struggling with your wrists, just take your hands like this, circle them around, and then change directions. And then you can also fold it forward, fold it back, fold it forward, fold it back. Okay, from there, we're going to do to the side. So, again, find your position, lengthen, find that stable torso before you even go. One leg out, other leg out, pull the belly button in. Find it first, find your breath. And we're going to take one leg out to the side, bring it in, other leg out, bring it in. So the aim of the game is to keep your torso as still as possible, keep looking at the floor, and breathe, and breathe, and breathe. Keep pulling belly button in. As we get tired, we want to do this. Keep looking at the mat or at the floor. Do as many as you can. You can do 10 each side, you can do 10, which is 5 each side. You can do 50, wherever you are. Hold, find your plank first, soften the knees. Come back down, oops. Okay, I'm going to show you those two for the front. And for the side, I'll try and do better. This time with lifting up. Okay, so we're coming into our side plank. You're going to lengthen, lift, find your plank first, and then we'll add legs. So come in, shoulders down, elbow facing back. Lift up, hold, find that first. Then you can bring your leg above, and we can lift, and lower, and 2. Same thing, watch where your head is, shoulders down, you connected, 3, squeeze, and 4, breathe, and smile, trick your body, 5, 6, 7, lengthen, keep lifting that hip, 8, yeah, and 9, woo, and 10, bring it down, other side, shoulder away, lifting up, lift that hip, bring it on top, belly button towards the spine, find your plank first, before you even start moving, find your plank. And then we lift, and down, and 2, and 3. Doesn't matter how high your leg goes, 4, rather have it low, and 5, and 6. This side is my weaker side, 7, and 8. Keep pulling belly button in, hips facing forward, 9, and 10. Bring it down. There we go. Okay. We are going to do back plank. So if you are here, and this is the plank you're in, you can hold it there and hold it there alone. You can start lifting legs as well, but just make sure those hips are staying up and you're not dropping up and down. So we lift and lift. Otherwise you're going into your full one. Okay, hips forward, shoulders down, lift up. Find your plank first, squeeze those bum cheeks, and then we're going to lift and 2. Keep lifting the hips, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, belly button in, 8, 9, 10. Bring it. Find your hips again. If you need to come down, you come down and then you go back up. Always come from the right place. Lifting up, hold, shoulders down, lift. And other side. And 2, 3, long 4. Keep lifting the hips equal 5, 6, 7, 8, and moving on sliding. And 9, and 10. Bring it down. Fold it forward. Well done, that's your plank series. I struggled a bit today, but that's how we get stronger, that's how we learn. Grab your hands, just circle them around. And change directions. So what I've learned from being a Pilates instructor is we have our strengths and we have our weaknesses. My weaknesses I know very well because I struggle with them. And my strengths, I kind of don't celebrate them enough. So we must learn to celebrate our strengths and work on our weaknesses even though we hate it. So my weaknesses are planks and teasers. So if you've ever done a teaser, you might know. But yeah, this is how we strengthen. This is how we grow. Make sure you're working in your fitness level, strength level, but also push yourself past that comfort zone so that we can learn to grow, get our body stronger, move it away from just staying in that comfort and teaching it new patterns, teaching it new ways to move. So that's me for today. Hope you enjoyed this Movement Monday. I hope to get a bit more creative and all of that in my videos for Movement Monday. And then maybe one day we'll also add some different people doing exercises so you don't get sick of my face. But yes, hopefully Phoenix Movement grows into that we'll have different people doing different workouts so you can see different movements from different angles as well. I love working with different instructors because you learn something new from each of them. So if you stick with one instructor in your practice, try and change it up. Try and go to a different instructor and learn something new. Because when we stick to the same instructor, we kind of see and they see the same things that we do as well. And they tend to focus on one thing where another instructor will focus on something else that you might not even know that you are lacking in or compensating in. So yeah, I love working with different instructors, and that's coming from an instructor with myself where, you know, you want to keep your clients and all of that. I say go find different people, work with different people, do different movement types so your body can learn something new. So yeah, that's just me, that's my 5 cents worth. Hope you have a fantastic week and we'll see you soon.